Welcome to Walnut Canyon National Monument, where the views are incredible and the history runs deep, and the stairs are, well, let's just say memorable. If you've ever wondered what it would be like to live halfway up a cliff wall without Wi-Fi, running water, or food delivery, today's your lucky day. Because today, we're heading back in time about 800 years to explore how ancient people didn't just survive here, they absolutely thrived. And yes, by the end of this video, you will understand why anyone would choose to live off a cliff, how they made it work, and why your legs may file a formal complaint after visiting. So let's go explore. So Walnut Canyon is located just outside Flagstaff, Arizona, tucked into the high desert at about 6,700 feet of elevation. Now, from above, it may not look like much, just another canyon in northern Arizona. But once you step closer to the edge, it drops dramatically into a winding limestone canyon carved over millions of years. And those little dark openings you see in the cliffs, those aren't shadows, those are homes. All along, most of which you can't go to. The people who lived here are known as the Sinagua, which, fun fact, means without water in Spanish, which is slightly concerning for a group of people living in the desert. But don't worry, they actually had a water source nearby, including springs and seasonal streams. The Sinagua lived here from about 1100 to 1250 AD, building homes tucked into the natural alcoves of the canyon walls. And these weren't just random shelters. They were carefully planned living spaces, stone walls fitted into natural rock overhangs, rooms used for cooking, sleeping, and storage, communities connected along the cliffside. Think of it as an ancient version of a cliffside apartment complex, but with fewer HOA fees and a lot more ladders. A little over 6 feet in here. This charcoal from fires. Nice and cool in here, that's for sure. So obviously I made it to Walnut Canyon
It looks like it was going to be really crowded, but it's not that bad. Parking lot's full, but everybody's kind of spread out. I would imagine they do these quite a bit like I do my hiker and just sleep, you know. I have to come back better prepared. Douglas fir.
So the big question is, why live here? Why not just live on flat ground like normal people? Well, it turns out cliff living has some serious advantages. The rock overhangs acted like built-in insulation, cool in the summer and warmer in the winter. Basically nature's version of air conditioning without the electric bill. Protection. Living halfway up a canyon wall made it much harder for enemies or unwanted visitors to just wander in. You had to really want to visit and probably bring good shoes. Farming. Sinagua didn't farm in the canyon itself, they farmed on the rim above. They grew crops like corn, beans, and squash, then climbed down to their homes in the canyon. So yes, daily life included a steep hike every single day, which explains why they were probably in much better shape than most of us watching this video.
I wonder if the people here had to fend off attackers as well as just trying to get into the shade and the water and all that stuff. Yeah, I gotta come back. Got my microphone. The volt is apparently not charged. So just consider this a preliminary. Look at the overhangs here.
All right, now let's talk about the island trail. This is where you go from, wow, this is beautiful, to, wow, that's a lot of stairs, real quick. You start heading down 240 steps into the canyon, and at first you're feeling great. You're smiling, taking photos, maybe even judging the people coming up, thinking, wow, they look tired. Well, just wait. About halfway down, reality sets in. Your knees are like, hey, what's the plan for getting back up? And you're like, well, we'll figure that out later. Once you're down there, though, it's totally worth it. You're walking right past these ancient homes, close enough to see doorways, stone walls, tiny living spaces, and it hits you. People actually lived here. There's no railings, no safety signs, no please stay on the trail, just vibes and survival.
So I find this really interesting. particularly since you think about all of the work it took for these people to do this over the years. And again, I wonder if they had to fight off invaders, any of that kind of stuff.
So, if you visit today, the best way to experience Walnut Canyon is the Island Trail. And let me tell you, it starts off innocent enough, and then suddenly you're going down 240 steps in the canyon, nearly 800 steps altogether. At first, it's exciting. You're like, wow, this is amazing. Look at the views. Halfway down, you're like, okay, that's a lot of stairs. And on the way back up, you're negotiating with yourself, thinking, well, maybe I'll just stay right here.
I wonder how much the HOA fees are.
I bet they free cheaper they are now.
Yeah.
Once you reach the loop, you walk right alongside the cliff dwellings. You're not just looking at history, you're actually inside it. You can see doorways built into stone walls, small rooms tucked into alcoves, and grinding stones used to process food. And suddenly it feels real. This wasn't just a place people passed through, this was home. So daily life in the canyon. The Sinagua diet included corn ground into meal, wild plants, and game animals. Cooking was done using simple tools, no microwaves and no air fryers. And definitely no just throw something in the freezer. They made pottery, stone tools, woven items, and they traded with other groups along the southwest. So even though this place feels remote today, it was part of a much larger network of cultures and communities. Families likely lived in close quarters, sharing space and resources, which means strong social bonds, constant interaction, and probably zero personal space. So if you think your house feels crowded, just imagine living in a cliff with your extended family. As a side note, the Hopis used to build their dwellings right next door to each other with the idea that living that close together made you learn to love one another. Let's talk about daily life, because this wasn't just scenic living, this was work. They ate things like corn and beans and squash and wild plants and animals. And preparing food meant grinding corn by hand, which sounds peaceful until you realize it probably took hours. So the next time your microwave takes 2 minutes, just remember you're living in luxury. They made pottery tools and woven goods, and they traded with other groups across the Southwest.
Smoke from fires.
So even though this feels remote now, back then it was part of a much bigger world, kind of like being off grid, but still socially active. Families lived close together, very close. Like everyone knows your business close. No separate rooms, no I need space, just you live here with all of us all of the time.
What do you think?
It's pretty amazing.
Ready to move in?
Feels good.
I will until I can't get my TV shows on my satellite from Starlink, then I'll be.
It's actually a little bigger than the camper I'm using right now.
Yeah. So I tell you, so this is a big.
This is the big house. This must have been that family.
Yeah, the chief.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder if they had to fight off attackers here.
I'm sure that's probably why
I
they
would imagine, yeah.
protection and then also the cool.
I think
Yeah.
these were hunter gatherers, and the Apaches around
Yeah.
were not.
Yeah.
They
They were hunters.
Yeah, they were hunters. Yeah, they like to take what other people have.
Yeah. Have you been over to Wapaki?
Have not.
I'm headed there maybe after this, maybe tomorrow.
So, why did the Sinagua leave? Around 1250 AD, the Sinagua left. We don't really know why. It could have been drought, could have been food shortages, or maybe someone just said, I'm done with these stairs. They didn't vanish, they moved on and became part of other cultures in the region. But they left behind this incredible place, frozen in time.
They were hobbits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must have been little kids.
Yeah.
So today, when you come to experience Walnut Canyon for yourself, just remember, bring water, wear good shoes, and respect the stairs because they will not respect you.
Hey. I'll go to the gym now and get a leg workout in.
Yeah. Okay.
Before I forget, if you've enjoyed this video, found it interesting or even humorous, or you liked it, please comment, like, and subscribe.
It says here the Hopis built their houses close together so they could remind each other they had to love one another.
Oh,
There you go.
that's why you live away from each other.
I don't think it works like that now.
Yeah,
You can't love each other.
Yeah.
A lot of different attitudes these days, don't
Yeah. Well, they had to work harder for it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And you appreciate every single person.
Yeah.
Looking at the pictures with ladders, come down to the corner. Yeah, I'm sure they had ladders down.
Or they were shaman and just flew up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All those are remnants of walls that
Yeah.
they didn't
Just think though, 800 years or plus.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Right.
something?
Yeah, and they even think how to put it together.
Yeah. We were over at Gila, the Gila cliffs in New Mexico.
Yeah.
And they had 700-year-old wooden beams above the doors. 700 years old.
Wow. Makes you wonder how in the world did they treat it so it would
Yeah.
last that long.
Yeah.
So we're builders as well, so we want to know about all the engineers.
So Walnut Canyon is more than just a cool place to visit. It's proof that people can adapt to almost anything, even living halfway up a cliff in the Arizona desert. And while most of us prefer ground level living, you've got to admit they picked one incredible view.